I am back, and with some more State of Decay 2, and with another episode of The Saviors. I hope my audio is alright, because I don't know whether I started up the stream right. I think it is. I'll double check today, because it's been okay for the past, so I think I can get how it works now. Yeah, we're on episode 8, and yeah, streaming wise, I'm streaming a bit later today because I've just had a proper binge this afternoon. After I finished work, I was gonna do some streaming earlier, but after work I decided to catch up on all the shows I missed. So I've watched the first 2 episodes of Loki, which is a bit, I don't know. I watched 2 of the extra episodes of Series 10 of The Walking Dead. I think they weren't great episodes, they weren't like, I don't think I needed to watch them really. They were 2 of the extra ones that I missed. What were they? One was with Daryl and Carol, and the other was with Eugene and everyone stuck in the train carts and with that new group. And then I've just finished off with watching the last 2 episodes of Fear the Walking Dead, which it's been okay. Not bad endings to the series, but it's not how I would have ended some of it though. Like no one died. Like there were no major deaths besides what's her face. But yeah, mostly all good really. They actually had the CRM at the end of the Fear the Walking Dead. They picked up the people that I didn't think they'd pick up. I thought they'd pick up Morgan, but so God knows where they're leading it into the next series of Fear. I thought the missile would have caused a bit more damage, but it's done. It was a bit weaker than I thought. I thought it'd be like everyone would die. They didn't really show Alicia at all. Like, so God, I guess she'll live. I'm not gonna get rid of her or anything. That's like the golden goose of the group.
Somewhere around here and fancied herself a survivalist. I wonder if she made it this long.
Should we do that? I was thinking, yeah, I'd probably be better trying to level everyone up. That's what I should really be focusing on, making sure everyone's strong enough for when we do finish this map. So it would be good to probably play as him.
Took care of that.
But I'm not sure about Loki though. This is going to be an episode of me talking about today, all the shows I watched today. It's all in my head. But yeah, they gotta have a female Loki. Good. And apparently Loki's the one that's causing the multiverse and not Wanda, that everyone thought was doing it. Which I don't know. Yeah, I think he's all good. But yeah, after watching The Walking Dead and everything,
Hi there, stranger. We have an offer.
I was
If
gonna
you
have a
meet
day
us
off
out
from
here.
streaming, but I had to. Hang on. Why does that keep going out there? That happened the other episode, didn't it? Why does that keep putting the car out here? Suppose I could go in this. Suppose we could help her out.
You're welcome here.
You got a door. Funny how you missed that. It's that dark you can't see it, really.
Later.
Darling. Whoa, what do you got? Good gun she's got. What are you crying after me for? Getting it. Stupid zombie. No.
Alright then.
Freaking risking my life for you. That house is called the mayor's house. Isn't there like a something like that in pretty sure there's a mayor's house in what's it? It's the first game. I can't remember the name of the first map in the first game. Trumbull Valley, that's it. I don't know, forget about that. But yeah, I watched that much Walking Dead today. I wanted to come back on. I was gonna have a day off from streaming, but yeah, I wanted to do some zombies. Kill some zombies. But really, them 2 extra episodes of The Walking Dead that I watched that they did in lockdown and everything, they were awful. What were they? The one with Daryl and Carol, the aftermath of them falling out. I liked what Daryl were doing, just scavenging around, fixing his bike and that, but it's a bit of a waste of time for an episode, really. Not that exciting. I find it amazing how Daryl can still find himself rolling around in the dirt with a zombie on top of him, a walker on top of him, I should say. I find it amazing that they are still alive if they're still struggling with that situation. Like there's always, every series there's a scene where they're on their back with a zombie on top of them and their knife is not in their hand. It's ridiculous at this point.
Looks like I found the right place.
It's like I watched
Anybody
yesterday, because I've slowly been watching through older Walking Dead. I think I'm on, is it the Savior War? Series 8, isn't it? Series 8 or 9? I think it might be 8. And you know when Carl gets bit? Like how the fuck does Carl get into that situation? You've been in that situation probably way many more times, and you're still not prepared for it.
I found one of my
That's
aunt's
how Carl
proto
dies.
plans. It's in code, but if I decipher it, maybe I can figure out where she went.
Her proper plans are on the floor. I do not care for them.
This place is cleaned out.
Alright.
All clear.
Safe zoned it. Is there any? Oh, there is.
Maybe we can trade this to someone.
I suppose you will get overwhelmed in like a zombie apocalypse like that, where you will find a zombie pushing you over or something, but it's when they sneak up on you, or Or like Daryl in that situation in the episode, he saw the threat or the problem, but instead of dealing with the problem, he thought, yeah, I'll just let them they're not going to be on top of me right away, so I'll just do what I gotta do and then deal with it. When really you should get rid of the problem before you do anything. Like, you should get rid of the problem or the risk before you do anything. It's just on the line of cautious, you know, and survival instincts. You've got to be safe more than anything. It's like with the like nuke going off in Fear the Walking Dead. If they knew that it was going to go off, I know that they want to try and stop it, but I would rather get people that are going to risk their life to go, like a little group, and try and stop it. But make sure all the women and children are safe. Get them as far away as possible. Like they sent the woman who had a baby at the beginning of Series 6, I think. It's one of the women that Morgan helped, I think. And they decided to let her go on her own with a baby with no support. And she ended up having a flat tire, getting her leg crushed on the truck, and then somehow walking on that leg, completely broken. Then she kills herself because she can't carry on, with the baby strapped to her back and the dog leading the way. Like, she wouldn't be in that situation if she should have had someone with her. Like, anyone. Like, how she wasn't in the MRAP, the massive truck they have with everyone else, is beyond me. But I guess they don't want pregnant women with where all the armor is and all the guns are and all the people. Where the actual doctor is, the medical expert, what's her name? June? It's fucking stupid. Don't know whether I need this car anymore. I'm not sure whether I should go and get a better car. Actually, oh yeah. Try and get the screamer thing, weren't we, last time? Problem is that mission, they could have just kept it going. Now, as soon as I stop playing as this guy, he's gonna go, oh, I want to do this next bit now. I guess. Well, if Julia, why? What is the wrong with this game lately? Look at this. Wonderful. There we are. Brilliant. Gotta help the next game. If they're going for like higher fidelity and better graphics and everything, God knows what the bugs are gonna be like. Or what issues it got. I'm kind of worried about State of Decay 3, really. I think it's going to be good. Because if I like this, I'm going to like State of Decay. The next State of Decay, but I don't know. I hope they don't go the wrong path with it. I hope they don't lose this identity. Because I can see them doing that with State of Decay. Where they either go full on PvP, which I don't want. State of Decay to me has always been like more or less single player focused. Like even though I don't play it for this, I don't play it for like a single player campaign. Like the first game did it good with that, but that was still short. You're gonna spend your time with the breakdown stuff. Actually, I don't know whether if I'm gonna kill the screamers, it'd be better on foot. Why's the screamer doing that for? Guys, get help. Here you go, Molotovs. Come on about. Really handle this. We're getting some backup. Well done, thank you for using the tower. Jesus. I'm pretty sure everyone in State of Decay would die in this world. If they had the followers and everything. Because they'd just get shot in the head in real life. Is that screamer gone? No. But yeah, some of the bonus episodes for Series 10 of The Walking Dead, they were kind of pointless. What are you going over there for? Did we get it? Oh, fuck off.
I can't keep this up.
There we go, dog got it. Oh my god, this bad. Oh, fuck. Jump over, get your stamina back. How satisfying is that? Taking on that many zombies. Really, we should go and take on that infestation. Oi! Pathetic game.
I can barely swing this thing.
But yeah, some of the bonus episodes for The Walking Dead for Series 10 were really shit. Like, because I thought I was missing out on stuff, because I don't know why I missed them. Because I went from like the episode with Gabriel and is it Adam? Andrew? What's the guy, what's his name? Is it Adam? The one where Gabriel and the other guy is drinking in the warehouse. That was a really good one.
Never thought
And then
I'd
the
find a
episode I
family like
missed and I
this.
watched today
Here we are.
was the one where princess and that are all locked up, and it's kind of interesting with the guys in the armor. But it is kind of, it's kind of, it's just pointless filler episode. Like they just did it to get the numbers up, I guess. I don't know. But then you go to like Here's Negan, the final episode, and that was amazing. That was a really good episode. But I suppose that's the sort of episode they need to get right. Whereas, I don't know. I don't even know why they did the extra episodes. I don't see the reason for it. They might as well have just put them into... Well, to be honest, if they put them into Series 11, some of these ones, would have been an absolute shit show. Like, even bringing Maggie back. Like, Maggie did not need to come back, really. She's gonna definitely come back just to kill off Negan. That's the biggest problem with that. It'll be either her or Herschel. That's the purpose. That's the main purpose for Maggie right now. Because I don't like her. Like, as soon as Glenn died, she became a right fucking bitch. Like, she really worsened her character. She could have been really cool after Glenn died. But no, she became power hungry, and she, instead of putting like friends and family first, and bricking everyone, she was just putting, I don't know, it's just, yeah, I just don't like Maggie's character anymore in The Walking Dead. Even now, like, they're trying to make her look like a badass and everything, and when she ever use a bow? And like, she's just coming in and like she owns the fucking place. It pisses me off. Like, everyone's just gone through a war fighting the Whisperers, and then she comes back like she fucking has been there all along. I know she's like technically family still with all the main group and that, but she chose to leave with no real reason, or not keeping up contact really with everyone. But I hate that fucking move. That's such bullshit. And they do that little lunge attack at you. That's just like really cheap damage. That's quite nice. Yeah, but I watched E3 as well. But nothing from State of Decay 3 or anything, sadly. I'm surprised because they had everything. Microsoft.
Stress, settle conflicts, and keep people healthy. If your community doesn't have a place to train, the Zeds may be the least of your worries.
Microsoft did bring it.
Without Red Tower,
They always
we'd all be killing each other in no time.
Every year Microsoft does do a really good E3 show. Just this year has been quite good with some of the stuff. Only because I'm like, oh, I could do a really good stream on this or whatever it is. But like, Grounded did a good trailer, and Sea of Thieves. Surprised there wasn't anything from State of Decay.
I can't carry that much.
I hope they don't go with like a story-driven State of Decay where it's like, I don't want to have State of Decay to become what's the Last of Us. And because I watched the trailer that they did ages ago for State of Decay 3, and I was getting that vibe from it, and I don't want that. I hope they don't take away like this. I'd say like State of Decay is like a cartoon aesthetic, like a comic book. Especially the first game. If you go from the first game, like if you play like the first
Calling
game,
on behalf of the network. We'd like to get your help with something.
and
The trick is that it needs to happen pretty much now.
if you play like the first game and then you go and play, I don't know, the Telltale The Walking Dead, it's got a very similar art style, and it kind of works well for it, I think. Even this is a bit, it goes a bit more realistic, but it's got that like animated.
I can't carry that much.
Sort of. Why didn't I transfer that? Why did I move it? So we're going to check that out. But yeah, I hope they don't lose that side of State of Decay where it's a bit wacky. I wouldn't want them to go like a horror. Well, I suppose this is still horror, but I don't want it to go like too dark. Or the community side. I'm worried about that if they decide to reduce the community sort of element to it and the bases.
Being this close to a plague heart always gives me the...
Hey there.
My worry would be them just...
Things are working out. I feel good.
I don't know, I think I'm worried that they're gonna go like a copycat route,
The network
and I
could
don't
really
want
use
that.
someone like you.
I have a feeling they're gonna go with like Sea of Thieves multiplayer style, you know, where you just come across online players in the world. I'm having that feeling, that because they've done a Sea of Thieves collab in a pack before, which could be just them doing a collab. But then a few months ago, State of Decay hosted a stream with Sea of Thieves developers, and it was a bit like, okay, more Sea of Thieves, and they did it with Grounded as well. So maybe it's just nothing, but I think maybe they're gonna do like a Sea of Thieves type multiplayer system where you have your single player element like this, but instead of them programming AI to show up on the map, it'll be online players bumping into you, which I don't know. I don't want them to focus on like PvP, because I don't want that to be. I don't play State of Decay for PvP because there's no PvP involved. But I don't know. With how Sea of Thieves is, I do like Sea of Thieves, but Sea of Thieves works because it's better when you work with one another. Whereas I think State of Decay would be more trying to take your stuff, trying to take your loot, trying to take whatever.
Good to hear.
Okay.
I'll follow you.
But I don't know. We'll see what they do with State of Decay, and I would like. People said that they hope the base building, is like, you know, like in other survival games where it's just like Grounded, where you put a blueprint down, you build it, like that sort of thing. No idea how that'll work. But the thing is, I kind of like this system they have for State of Decay, where you somewhat know where the good bases are, and I don't know, it'd have to be a really good base building system for it to work.
I'm almost there.
They're asking for help and I'm like running for loot. Alright.
Glad to see you. I feel like hell. Might be the blood plague.
Oh, look, sweater boys. Well, these are a bunch of nerds, ain't they?
Oh, hey there.
Oh, what was that textbook? Teaches one survivor as much as... What's that? Lynching allows the character to produce 2 meds for the community each day. Oh, that's quite good. Like, has she got... I'm pretty sure... To produce 2 meds a day, that's pretty good, isn't it? I mean, we could make Travis use that. Stealth. That's pathetic if you can just do stealth. That might be an interesting route to take. I don't really do the individual stealth skill things. 2 meds a day? That would mean that I could free up that. I think I've got a medicine outpost, don't I? So that would more or less allow me to free up that slot. I get rid of these fucking notes. Pointless. See what's else here first. Problem is, she ain't really a looter. She's more... she's more of a combat. Well, I don't know, she's really a new character, so... Oh well, like, yeah. She's a bit... She got a tiny bit of experience in everything, but...
If only I had room for it. Well, that ain't half bad.
I'll be able to fill up the car a little bit.
I've checked out all the nooks and crannies.
You check out my nooks and crannies. Oh. Yeah, I might give that to Travis. Might be something. I'm not sure what I would give him anyway. Like, he could go down. I suppose. What was the one thing we needed to make C4? It was munitions, weren't it? How do you make munitions?
Sounds like someone's in a bad way.
Is munitions like chemistry or something? I'm guessing it might be chemistry. As if so, maybe, yeah. It might be better to be able to craft C4, especially for when we go Nightmare. Because realistically, in Nightmare, I know that, what's it? What's his name? Get Good Fox, he says, don't do much at the beginning. Save your standing for later down the line. But I don't know whether it matters on, like, say an established community like this. If I move to Nightmare, doesn't my standing stay the same? Go. Yeah, I don't know, I don't think it does. I don't think the standing stays the same. Unless it gets lower than you do it. I ain't really noticed with this group. Maybe. Might get reset, so maybe you would want to just slow down a bit, but
Working hard, tomorrow's gonna be nothing but blue skies.
we survived a month, really. As the Saviors. And how many videos have we done?
I'm bumping elbows with assholes in this overcrowd.
We're coming. Just hang in there.
Shit's getting real here, so hustle it up.
Alright. Bit of a rude shit. Maybe once we get back to base, maybe we'll go looting. Get someone that can carry more than one thing at a time. Jesus. I do think the next State of Decay is going to be really different now. I think we're not going to recognize it as the older games.
Feral!
Come and get some, you rotting fucks!
Moving as fast as I can.
Oh, this thing reversing ain't very good. Hello. How do you do?
Got Z's inside the building!
You stop shouting. Come on.
I'm almost out of fire.
Why are you out of fight? You haven't done anything. Whoa!
There's the screamer. They just never learn, do they?
That was one thing from the episode with Carol and Daryl in The Walking Dead.
Come on.
Carol
This is
seemed like
nothing
a
we ain't seen
child.
before.
Like she did not seem like
How to beat these bastards.
the same Carol at all. I don't know whether it was through the lockdown and she just forgot how to play Carol, but
No
she was
problem.
like playing like a child
pal.
almost. Is that it?
Hey there, stranger. Come on in.
Let's
What do you
just
even
take a
sell?
look-see.
Sure, sounds good.
Why don't they ever sell anything good? Right, what do we need? Food.
What's going on, hun?
Could do
Got
with the
anything
food.
good?
All right.
But yeah, I really didn't like the episode with Darren and Carol really. And Like, Carol was really strange. Like, she was so like she was reacting like
Can't
'cause
complain.
in the episode before with Darren and Carol in it, they had a bit of a fallout, and it was a bit awkward. And I don't know, I just don't get it. It's like they handled it in like, I don't know, it was just cringy. That's what I could describe the episode, cringy. I wouldn't say people... Like the extra episodes, I'd only watch... I can't remember the name of the episode, but Here's Negan was the best one. That one is deserved a watch. Because that's an episode that made me want a Negan series. Like a full-on Negan building up the Saviors. That's why I've done this. This is the only thing you can get close to that. But I don't know. I hope Series 11 doesn't continue it too much. I don't want it to be Series 11 of how many? I think it's like 2 series rolled up into one. So I think there's twice as many episodes in the next series. And it's the last series. I just hope it isn't. I hope you just can't tell the quality dip or anything. Or they don't like. I don't want just a load of filler episodes before we get to any good bits, because really for a finale you want it to be big and amazing, and so many shows like ruin it. Like Game of Thrones, that series was awful. Like they wrapped up, how many was it, 7 series before they tried to wrap up. Like conclude 7 series before in 8 episodes. I'm sure they were a little bit longer, but that's not gonna fucking do it. It was so rushed. And I love that show. Really, Series 6. After Series 6, that's when it went a bit weird. But the last series of Game of Thrones, just such a waste of this. Like, I think because of I think it was the directors and stuff, they wanted to... I think they were going to do something Star Wars, and then I don't think they're doing it now. So that's just great, isn't it? But if you're getting fed up with a project, either pass it on to someone that wants to do it justice, or tell the place we're going to have a break. We're going to work on something else and come back. Even, I know that's probably not going to happen in a contractual sense, but for them to just, was it HBO that did, I think it was HBO did Game of Thrones, right? If I was HBO, I'd be so pissed off with D&D. I'd be like, you've tainted our best series. You might have done it just this series before, but you've ruined our series in one. I'll be so pissed off if I were them. As they could have just said, we want to finish the series right, but we want to work on something else for a bit and come back to it or something. I don't know. Like they do that with so many shows. How did he spot me? When you finish off a show, really, the best shows are the shows that get cancelled. Like, if you watch the Daredevil, like the Netflix Marvel stuff, like Daredevil, well, that's some good stuff. Like Daredevil and what's it, Luke Cage, stuff like that. Even I liked Iron Fist. I didn't. I would have seen it, especially when the way they ended Iron Fist. I would have loved to have seen another series of that. But they've ended all the Netflix Marvel stuff, which are all cancelled now, sadly. They've all ended in a way that, because the series have always been good, I'd say. Like, I've always enjoyed them. But even though I know they're not going to continue on, I know that the series that they've done already are good. And that every series has ended in a way that it does tease for what they could do next time. But it's something that you don't really need to see. You want to see it, but you're going to live...
Hell yes!
You're going to be able to live without it. Yeah, let's go and get them axes and stuff. I get that one? Yeah. Oh shit, and then I missed that one. Fucking. Is there any more? But yeah, I'd say the Netflix shows, I think it's better to cancel a show when it's good than continue it till it dies. It's like Doctor Who. Really, they should have ended Doctor Who, like new Doctor Who, after Matt Smith's run, really. I didn't mind Peter Capaldi, but the writing was shit in that series. So really, I would rather them have ended it with Matt Smith, then come back when they find a director and writer that wants to do the job. Because it's obvious, like with Jodie Whittaker's Doctor, what's his name, Chibnall. You can tell he doesn't want the fucking job. He's deliberately, I don't know whether it's the BBC or what, but they're completely destroying a perfectly good series, and it just doesn't make sense. I'm up for a female Doctor, but why do you have to make her so shit? Like, on purpose. Shit. Like, they've made the female Doctor deliberately, like, different from all the other Doctors, and that's not how they should have done it. They should have done a female Doctor in a way that just continues on the legacy. They didn't need to bring up or completely change the history of Doctor Who for what? It just doesn't make sense. They completely tainted the franchise. I used to love Doctor Who. I still do, but I can't watch like the new series. I just can't. It's just cringy and horrible, and it feels like a waste of time.
Something's still poking
like,
around out there.
Christopher Eccleston series and David Tennant's era, and I could watch that stuff all day. And Matt Smith. I weren't too keen on it when Matt Smith first came out, but
That's all there is here.
when you watch his whole run in one go, it is good. When you binge watch his series, it's a lot better. Whereas when you watch, I think when I watched it when they just came out every Saturday, it was a bit. this next one. When they just when you watched it every week, it was a bit of a drag sometimes. Well, some of the episodes. But Matt Smith was a really good Doctor. I'm not sure. I think I do prefer David Tennant though.
Better than a slap in the face.
What are you on about? Of course, it's better than a slap in the face. What you? Oh no. There's a reason why I don't watch PvP. Man, can you imagine PvP in a game like this? Where you got permadeath? That'd be so fucking... Man, just thought about that. How are they gonna, how would they add PvP in State of Decay without ruining everyone's life? I don't know. They'd have to have choice where you'll have a PvE server for a game and then a PvP session where you're willing to risk your character's lives, because if they got rid of permadeath, that would be a big no-no. That's like State of Decay in a nutshell. Like, you can't get rid of that. So unless they didn't have like the PvP aspect and they went with more a friendly approach like they do with this game, where you gotta give everyone everything or else nothing happens. I don't know, they might not have a PvP system like that, but or a multiplayer system like Sea of Thieves, but I've just always had hints or feelings that it might do something like that. Or I think they might improve on the multiplayer side of stuff anyway. I don't think I want them to do that. I'd rather them
Might
build
be
upon
something
like the
here we could
main
put to use.
classic State of Decay. You know what? I can't look at this. I can't. I can't. If I'm gonna loot that, I'm gonna leave stuff behind, and it's gonna bug me. I know I could come back. Maybe we'll go and see Bounty Broker. Pick up these bounty weapons. How much food do we get? Sorry for this episode being a bit talking about stuff, TV shows and stuff, but gotta talk about something. Don't want to bore you all to death. Go see Bounty Broker. Don't know, where should we go? Man, I thought there was a blood plate. Hang on, is that a blood plate? I was like, man, is that? I'd be down for that in Dread Zone. If they had a random events pop up where like there was a blood plague infestation and stuff like that, I'd be down for that. Or you just randomly come across a blood plague screamer or blood plague feral or whatever, like just randomly, I'd be down for that now and then. Maybe not blood plague feral.
Hello.
Not sure if I'm
Are you willing
ready
to see
for
to a
that.
task that needs doing?
That's gonna slow me down.
Alright, so what should we get next? Floaters with pistols. I could do that quite easily.
Be careful going about this one. Goodbye now.
I'd love to be able to have that truck. That van would beat the wizard van any day. I'm still waiting for that wizard van to come back. Can't wait for that to come back. And they better bring it in. They better put it into State of 3. I don't know why I like that van so much, but So all it is a skin, bro. Hey yo, it's my little jam. I like the art style, man. Reminds me of like Lord of the Rings and everything. So I've been watching a lot of
coming in. Shouldn't put up much of a fight.
Oh, I made him back anyway. What's it? Is it? I've said a few times in my other videos that I watch. Is it Viva La Dirt League? And they do like loads of skits around video games and everything. And they've got another channel, D&D, like Dungeons and Dragons. And they've made like an adaptation of Dungeons and Dragons, D&D. I'm gonna say, I can't say that. And then they've put it into their Epic NPC world. It's really entertaining the way they've done it. Because they've put like mini skits within the D&D episode, so it's more like episodic. It kind of reminds me of Duralius and Associates from
Hope there's enough to go around
yeah, Neebs
here.
Gaming. It's kind of reminding me of that when
Everybody
watching
be
it.
smart, and we'll get through this.
But D&D, just a bunch of people hanging out. So I've never played D&D
Nice to
before.
see you're still alive, amigo.
I think it would be kind of fun, because it does look fun. Yeah, let's get this done. Shall we go and take on a plague heart?
Hold them back, damn it!
Electronics or programming? Munitions. I think that's what we need, isn't it? Let's hope everyone is okay. Yeah, so we need munitions. If I want to make C4, which I would like to do. Let's help everyone.
I wasn't sure we were gonna make it through that one.
If I want to do munitions, I think, yeah, I'll have to make Travis. So what was it? Chemistry, munitions. So I could make Travis munitions expert, which kind of makes sense. I do get that kind of a vibe from him. Sharpshooting. You're alright, love. There's a shot. Geologist. Awful fashion sense. Smuggler. So a smuggler, I don't know, maybe he's good with munitions, I suppose. I don't know. Let's just double check. It is munitions, isn't it? Munitions. Yeah. I think that would be actually quite good. So chemistry, munitions.
Always nice to learn something new. Always nice to learn something new. Always nice to learn something new.
He's gone full Western. Am I able to make it out right? Yeah, look. Nice. I think we should go and blow up a play cart. No, let's max out his thing.
If only I had room for it.
Man, that's gonna make us some money as well. You know what? I think we're gonna go and take on a plague or two. I think that would be a good thing to do. So I think it only takes like two. If I remember, about 2 C4s per plague, I think. So we're in the C4 money making business. Yeah. I'm really proud of this group, how much it's grown. Or how it's grown. Because it's a really good machine right now. When it comes to like making stuff, like we can make so many like tablets and like strong painkillers. Like, if we need influence, we can get hold of it. It takes a bit of selling, but we can make it. Yeah, we might be able to take them back to play cards, I reckon. I'll have to see, science it, how many infestations we can play cards.
Fun fact. 50 cal bullets hit so hard they'll kill a Zed even if you hit him in the chest. All thanks to the wonders of hydrostatic shock. Look it up.
I might only do one stream tonight.
You never
and
do
it's
get
this.
used to the
I might.
smell.
Usually I do. Usually I play like when I do a stream of a game. I usually do the episodes back to back. So I don't know. Yeah, because it's a bit late. I'll make this episode a bit longer. Say, yeah, that's it. Because I won't be doing. I won't do.
Can't keep this up.
Problem is, Travis ain't much of a fighter. Yeah, if I'll just make this episode a bit longer.
Hit it again.
'Cause I'm kind of enjoying it. I just I don't want to stop and then do another hour video. I'd rather just stop it in a little bit, like half an hour or so. It's just hit the hour mark now. I think I've been told you're safer putting one at a time and blowing it up.
That's great.
Because the game can be a bit weird sometimes with the C4. Two. Wow, that's really good. We're gonna deal with, even when we do like nightmare, if we're still able to make C4. Oh, we're gonna be grand. We're gonna be so good. I wonder how many mods, because I know that Get Good Fox for what's it? Look at this, man. For infestations on Nightmare, he uses the pyro launch a lot because that's really powerful with ferals and everything. There's only like 3 or 4 shots for them to die. But I don't want to really do that for, like, I don't want to go down that route really. I can do just to get get the game complete on Nightmare, because that's my goal. I would like to try and start thinking about Nightmare difficulty for the next rotation of the map, but I'm not sure. I want to do next series on Nightmare, but I don't want to play it in a way that I don't want to just go for the exploits or the most powerful things. I want to be which I suppose C4 is a legitimate way to take on play carts efficiently. I think C4 is still good on Nightmare. I think it's just like dealing with the aftermath of everything. So like ferals. Having like 3 ferals on you in Nightmare is the problem, really. And all the zombies that you can get. And it's the noise. Noise is the biggest problem. Like noise is the biggest problem in Nightmare and Lethal. So maybe if I did it in a way that when we're losing, I don't use a pyro launcher. But then maybe when we do play carts, or I go to do a play cart, maybe then, because that would be actually quite handy when they bring the the sidearm, because that'd be actually really powerful with the pyro launcher, because you could have a sidearm for like the basic numbers and then switch to the pyro launcher. That might be quite good. Completely missed. Might as well use a C4 and take on that last play cart.
No room for that.
I suppose that's one thing. If I am going to Nightmare difficulty, I've got an advantage with all the stuff I've saved up. And that's the thing, because it'll be the final series with the Saviors anyway. Because that's the plan. After the Saviors, I'll move on to another group. I think it's going to be the CRM. Spoilers for that future series, but I think I could do something with that. Even though most of the time it's just me playing State of Decay. It's not really connected too much with... I talk about The Walking Dead a lot, but besides that, it is mostly just State of Decay. And that's one thing that's good. I'm not trying to encourage people to Walking Dead. I'm just trying to merge the two together in a way.
Can't be far away. I think I smell it.
Hey, look, if Pirates of the Caribbean is going to Sea of Thieves, The Walking Dead can go to State of Decay. I think it's about time. Why did he not get knocked over? I'm gonna have to Molotov this.
I think I'm in over my head here. Can anyone help?
I wonder how many. I wonder if they've got like a figure for how many bloaters have tripped over. I'd love to know that number. It's kind kind of sad, really. I think they should make it so the bloaters can somewhat rebalance themselves, because they are quite simple in that way, where
It's damaged. Just gotta keep at it.
there's the mandatory feral. Ah, fucked it. Ah, fucked it. Oh my god, this is bad. This is bad, boys. This is like too hard. I'm gonna be like that guy in that chair then.
Yeah, if anyone wants to trade, we got the goods.
I'm gonna die before I can trade. There's only one thing for it. Let's get the plague out first.
That won't give us any more trouble.
I don't think you can do that in the... Is it... Did they add it to Nightmare as well, where... you know when you kill a plague cart, then all the plague zombies die around it?
Got a bloater in the
Oh,
vicinity.
double! Did they... I don't think they added it to Nightmare, did they? Where the when blood plague zombies die, I don't think they. I think it's only in lethal, isn't it? Because I don't want to deal with that when I get Nightmare.
I can barely lift this.
Oh well. Not a bad haul, really. We still got like that's enough to kill another plague out, really. And how many did I make? I probably made enough to take on all the plague arts with the C4. I'll change it up now and then, because I don't want to. I don't want every episode to be just go around dropping down C4. Wow. Really, I want to be able to make sure everyone's strong still. That's the goal, is to get everyone some peak condition before moving as well. Because I don't want to go Nightmare and people are still not as good as they can be. Like, Negan wants a strong army, I think. The best that can protect him. But that's the good thing, is that when we bump up the difficulty, there's a higher chance of... Because we've only lost... How many people we lost in this? We've lost one person. Right? Or was that... No. Yeah. The one person we lost in the Whisperer group was Doc. He died. But besides that, no one's died by accident or anything. Besides, what's his name? What was his name? The guy Negan killed because he was the doctor. He wasn't what Negan wanted. Oh, I forgot his name. He was in last series of The Saviors. Can't think of his name. But Negan, the only person who died is because Negan killed him. That's it. So that when we go to the next game or the next rotation, and we go to Nightmare, the risk in the challenge is going to be there. There's going to be a risk of losing people, and even building back up, or whatever we got to do to make sure we're still the best we can be. And I'll have to learn and play a bit better, play smarter. My biggest fear is losing Negan or Phoenix. Like, Phoenix is the bigger one. I know this series is all wrapped around Negan, but if anything, if Negan dies, technically we can still go on with the Saviors, because everyone is technically Negan in a way. It'd be sad, but we could still continue. But for me, if Phoenix died, because she was like my first character in their tutorial, I've said before, if she died, man, that'd be way million times worse than Negan. For me, anyway. So that's my fear, is losing Phoenix. Even though I don't play her a lot, it's just she's a bit of an OG. Like, she's been through every update. She's seen so many of like old characters die, and she's pretty much the Rick of this story almost. Where if in The Walking Dead, you watch Walking Dead, it was mostly about Rick, and then in the last few series it was mostly, oh, look at all these other characters, look at what they're doing, and then Rick's just walking backwards and forwards in the background like, I thought this was my show. That sort of thing. That's what Phoenix is doing. Yeah, I wouldn't want to lose Phoenix. She's like my best. She's my best friend in this game. So yeah, we'll prep for... I'm gonna end it around about here anyway. We'll set up for next time. Yeah, but play is true. I don't know. It's kind of annoying because when you max out a character, it's like you can't play as them in a way, because you want to play as someone else to make that sure they're the best that they can be. So maybe Andrew. It's been a while since we've done it with Andrew. And once again, love this base. Wonderful. Twice now? Gotta love that,
really
right?
stepped up and helped us out. So here's a little something as a thank you.
I don't know why I keep falling through the map. It's kind of annoying. Very immersion breaking. I'm gonna stop playing State of Decay right now because of a bug. If I did that, I would have stopped a long time ago. I think if everyone stopped playing a game when they saw a bug, I think the gaming industry would not be a thing. I don't think there would be a single game around. Xbox, PlayStation, they'd all be dead if people couldn't handle bugs. Like, there's game-breaking bugs where a game is broken, like Cyberpunk, which should not be a thing. Or there's something like State of Decay. Well, State of Decay 2 when it released shouldn't have happened. Same with Sea of Thieves when it came out. That shouldn't have happened. But really, State of Decay 2 should have released with the Juggernaut Edition. That's State of Decay 2's release. Before Juggernaut Edition, it was more or less game preview, really. Sadly, I enjoyed it, but that was the state of the game for 2 years, really. Mostly bug fixes. Small content updates, but it was mostly still bug fixes now. But yeah, that's what I see from State of Decay and Sea of Thieves in a way. I've not been around for Sea of Thieves very long, but for State of Decay, the first 2 years were mostly bug fixes, and then Juggernaut edition released. That was the proper release of State of Decay. That's when State of Decay 2 should have been released. Because you had like way more content, way more maps, a fighting style, like heavy weapons, which should have been in the game from the get-go if you think about it. A load of bugs fixes, I think, bounty broker updates, stuff. It was such an update, such a release. The way they promoted it, they had a trailer and everything. It was like they were releasing State of Decay 2 for the first time. And I think it was going on PC and everything. And I don't know, it's just... And there was one thing I can see from State of Decay is... I've enjoyed my time with it, but... It should have said game preview a long time ago, and then probably the reviews and everything wouldn't have been so bad for the game, or the numbers for the players. Maybe there would have been a bigger audience for the game, but well, there can't not be an audience for State of Decay because they wouldn't still be supporting it. But I'm kind of grateful for that. I'm glad Microsoft ain't let down Undead Labs, because Undead Labs are a great company. There's so many worse developers and out there that really take your money and take you for granted as a consumer. But Undead Labs, I don't get that, and I'm glad Microsoft allows them to do that, because I think if they started to do microtransactions, I think I could see that being the side of either new leadership or Microsoft saying, this next game, because of how little you made from the last game, you gotta make it up for it in the next one. Maybe that's the case, I don't know, but that's my worry. I'm glad Microsoft is allowing them to just create what they want without forcing them down any avenue that would ruin the community. Because like Sea of Thieves, like some of the I gave in and bought a pet in Sea of Thieves, and I'm kind of questioning why I did it, but at least that's cosmetic and it wasn't too expensive. But yeah, I'm glad we don't have to deal with that too much in State of Decay. Like with the bounty broker stuff, they could have easily said, yeah, if you want to have this pack, give me £5. Something like that. They could have easily done that. But luckily they didn't. So that's one thing to praise Undead Labs for, is that they didn't fall for that when they could have. They could have made the bounty broker like a store, or they could have turned the influence system into a store sort of thing. I don't know, but I just hope they don't do anything like that with the next game, or like lose themselves or copy other people. But yeah, enjoyed it this episode. It was mostly talking about everything but the game, like the State of Decay, The Saviors and stuff. But yeah, but mostly still just pushing through the game really. Still just slowly making sure everyone's strong enough to push forward, and eventually they'll be ready, and we'll be ready to move to... I think we're going to go Drucker County, because that's where we were going to go last time. It was between this or Drucker. So we'll probably do Drucker County in Nightmare difficulty, which I don't know is a good idea. I really don't know whether I'm up for it, but I think it's gonna add a bit more excitement to this Savior group, because at this point we're in the safe zone. Like, there's a risk of me doing something stupid or being distracted and someone dying, but it's very low. The only really way of myself dying is a bug, hostile enclave, which really we should go after some more. We ain't really done that in a while. Maybe blood plague somehow, juggernaut, maybe a feral. Like, there are some risks, but I'm doing okay. Like, we are in like the safe element of the game where we've got stuff to defend ourselves. I think I would struggle more in a nightmare if I started from scratch. But again, God knows what will happen when we move. The savior group might last one episode. I don't know, because I've played Nightmare once before. To start a new community just to see how it was, and it wasn't too bad, but I think that's because my standing was low. I think it's all about standing. If you want a good, easy trip, you've got to just take it slow and make sure your standing doesn't go up so quickly, or don't go killing every zombie you see or every freak and stuff like that. But yeah, sorry for the little ranty episode, but I just watched all this stuff and it was all in my head, and I just wanted a place for State of Decay. I won't be doing another stream right after this, but I'll do some more State of Decay tomorrow, and then might do some Grounded tomorrow as well, streaming wise, if I've got time. It's just I wanted to do something different today, have a bit of a break, but I'm glad I've come on and done something. It's been a nice distraction, but yeah, I'm gonna leave it there for today. As always, thanks for watching if you've been watching, and yeah, I'll see you all in the next one.